Sometimes things in the daytime can look very different in the night time, and that means things can give you quite a surprise. There was one time when Billy thought he saw something different in the night time. This really did surprise him. All aboard for a big adventure! The Bridge of Creaks. Near the coaling plant there is an old bridge. It's one of the quickest ways to deliver empty trucks, as well as carry away loaded ones. It is very useful to the Fat Controller's Railway. The bridge crosses a big river, and everyone loves to see the water rush past under their wheels. The engines love to use it as it plays an important part of the coaling plant's route. One afternoon, Billy and I were working at the coaling plant. We were sorting out lots of trucks. It was dusty and dirty work. There was a lot to do, but we didn't mind. We knew this job was very important. By the time the job was finished, both of us stopped beside Hector to rest our wheels. Phew, that was a lot of hard work. I know, all this shunting and hauling has worn my buffers out. We were just about to leave for our sheds when the plant manager came over to see us.
Wait there, please, you two. Don't go anywhere yet. I have a message for you. There's a delivery of coal that needs to be taken to the wharf tonight, so you will both need to fill Hector up and take him to meet Freddie.
Sir? I thought James was doing that job, sir.
James has been delayed at the big station, or so he says. So the Fat Controller needs you two to make the delivery.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Billy and I took Hector to the coal chute. Hector was very excited about this. Coal poured into the large truck. How does that feel, Hector?
This feels lovely, Thomas. I cannot wait to go to the wharf.
Are you ready to go, Billy? Ready when you are, Thomas. By the time the three of us left the coaling plant, it was dark. We made our way towards the bridge that led out of the coaling plant. Hector smiled.
This is my first trip out at night. I have never seen Sodor look so beautiful at night.
You will love it, Hector. You will even get across the bridge that everyone talks about. There is it ahead, Thomas.
Slow down, please, Billy. You don't want to go too fast over the bridge.
Thank you, Hector. We had just started to cross the bridge when Billy noticed something that caught his eye. What's that?
What's the matter, Billy?
Did you see that, Thomas? Down underneath the bridge! I can't see anything, Billy. There was something there, Thomas. I know there was. What did you see, Billy? I saw a pair of bright lights underneath the tracks. They looked like two big glowing eyes watching us from below.
Are you sure you saw something down there, Billy?
I know what I saw, Hector, and I know it's down there. I am sure there is something under the bridge.
Well, okay then, Billy. If you say so.
As we carried on towards the wharf, Billy was still thinking about what he had seen at the bridge. He couldn't shake that worrying feeling out of his boiler. Hector and I were worried about him, but weren't sure what to do or say. At last we arrived at the wharf. Freddie was waiting for them at the platform with his empty trucks.
Hello, you two. Hello, Hector.
Hello, Freddie!
I'm glad you've all made it. The mountain village needs all this coal right away. It's going to be a cold time for them.
We're glad to be able to help, Freddie.
It took some time to shovel the coal from Hector into Freddie's trucks. Freddie was all ready to go.
I'll be back again for my next load.
Ah, Billy and Thomas. Thank you for bringing Hector and the coal to us. You two have really helped us out of a very awkward situation.
We're happy to help out, sir. Yes, indeed, sir.
Now I know it will be a long way back to your sheds, so I have arranged with the Vat Controller for you both to stay here at the wharf tonight. There is an empty shed over at the goods yard. Hector can stay here in the station until morning.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. I'm so pleased to hear that, sir.
Very good. Now off you both go to the shed, please.
Billy and I puffed into the shed. After our crews had put out our fires, they all went off home to bed. I noticed that Billy was still looking worried. What's the matter, Billy? Thomas, don't you think there is something underneath that bridge? What do you mean, Billy? I mean, there could be something there in the water. Those bright lights I saw looked like two glowing eyes. You don't think that it could be a monster? There it is again! A monster!
Lunchtime.
Billy, there's no such thing as monsters. You probably saw something that's nothing to worry about. I know what I saw, Thomas. It was definitely a pair of eyes. All right, Billy. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. You don't believe me. Billy was now feeling very worried about this. He couldn't help but worry about what he had seen. He worried so much that he fell asleep straight away. The next morning, our engine crews came to get us ready. Our fires were lit and we were soon making steam. Come on, Billy, we need to fill up on coal and water for our trip back home. I puffed off to the water tower and Billy followed behind, very quietly. We soon reached the water tower and I puffed up to fill up on water. As the driver put the hose into my tank, Mr. Percival came over to see us. Oh, good morning, Mr. Percival.
Good morning. I have a message for you two from the Vat Controller. He would like you two to take Hector and some empty trucks back to the coaling plant. There are some more coal trains that need to be sorted out.
Yes, sir. We'll happily do that. Won't we, Billy? I guess so. Billy and I set off with our empty trucks. Hector was coupled to the back of my train. Hector and I were talking happily on the way back, but Billy kept very quiet on the trip. How was your night at the wharf, Hector?
I enjoyed it. Freddie was great to talk to, and he kept me company when he finished all his jobs. He's a great little engine to talk to.
All of the little engines are great to talk to, Hector. They are very useful to have on the island, aren't they, Billy? What? Oh, yes. Yes, they are, Thomas.
Are you alright, Billy? You're very quiet.
I'm fine, Hector. Just thinking, that's all.
Are you still thinking about what you saw at the bridge, Billy?
He thinks there might be a monster in the water under the bridge. It could be, Thomas. Who knows what those eyes belong to?
Maybe you were seeing things, Billy. Sometimes everyone's imaginations can run away with them. You probably saw something that wasn't really there.
I know what I saw, Hector! And I can't believe that none of you two believe me!
Wait a minute, Billy. I never said that.
I thought you were my friend, Thomas. I thought you were someone who would believe anything, but I was wrong. Billy, wait! It's not like that! Billy! But Billy didn't listen and he puffed on away. This made me and Hector feel very worried about our friend. Soon we approached the bridge again. Billy was the first to puff across the bridge, and as he did so, he heard it creaking again.
Be careful, Thomas! The monster could be watching us again!
I can't see anything.
Maybe it was a figment of Billy's imagination. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
I hope you're right, Hector. We puffed back into the coaling plant and I stopped next to Billy. I had a look underneath the bridge again, Billy, but I still couldn't see anything.
I did see something there yesterday, Thomas. I know I did.
Maybe you thought you saw something that wasn't really there.
I did see it there, Thomas. Honest, I did. I just...
Thomas and Billy, I'm glad to see you both back here. I have news for you too. You have a load of empty trucks arriving later today, but unfortunately, Edward is running late and won't be here for a while. So in the meantime, you can both sort out the empty trucks you have here and make sure they are ready for trains later today.
Yes, sir.
Will do, sir.
So the two of us went to work sorting out the empty trucks. Billy shunted his trucks under the hopper and coal poured into the trucks. I shunted Hector back into the siding where he had been yesterday. There you go, Hector. Now you can enjoy your rest after your long journey.
Thank you, Thomas. I hope to have another adventure soon.
I look forward to it, Hector. I went to work filling my trucks with coal too. Dust flew everywhere. Then I shunted them into the sidings alongside Billy's trucks. Then I went to join Billy at the water tower to take on water. Billy was still thinking about the eyes under the bridge. I wanted to say something to help Billy, but before I could say anything, we both heard a whistle we knew well. Edward!
Hello, you two. I brought you your coal trucks.
Edward, are we pleased to see you?
Yes, we are. What happened? We heard you had been held up.
Yes, there was an accident on my branch line outside Hackenbeck Station. I had to wait for Judy and Jerome to lift a water tower off the line. I was late with my passengers, but they understood everything.
That's good to hear everything has been sorted.
We'll look after the trucks now, Edward. Thank you for bringing them to us.
My pleasure. Now, I had better get back. I have a goods train to collect.
Billy and I went back to work and went to shunt the empty trucks. They had to be filled up with coal as well. I shunted my trucks onto the coal chute first. Then I shunted them away for Murdoch's train. Then Billy shunted his trucks under the chute too. As soon as the trucks were loaded, he pushed them into another siding, ready for Oliver to collect. Then we went to work, shunting the other trucks in the yard. By the time we had both finished our shunting, it was dark. We were exhausted.
Phew, that was a lot of shunting.
It was, but I'm pleased it's all done now.
Well done, Thomas and Billy. You've both worked very hard and been really useful engines. Now you can both go back home to your sheds.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Come on, Billy. Let's go home.
Oh, yes, Thomas. Right away.
Make sure you take the bridge home. It's the quickest way.
Will do, sir.
Hey, wait for me, Billy. Soon we were on our way home. As we puffed along, Billy was growing more and more worried. Soon he could see the bridge. Billy whistled, and it echoed everywhere. He started to cross the bridge.
Ah! There it is, Thomas! The monster! It's there! Under the bridge! He's seen us!
Cinders and ashes! There's another pair of eyes under the bridge too!
Two monsters! Oh no!
You were right, Billy! There is a monster under the bridge! What shall we do?
One thing we can do, Thomas!
Thomas? Billy?
Huh? It was Harvey. He pulled up towards the bridge with the breakdown train and a works coach. He was surprised to see us standing on the bridge.
What are you two doing?
Be careful, Harvey! There is a monster under the bridge!
Billy's right. There are monsters underneath the bridge.
Monsters? What are you two talking about?
They are in the water underneath the bridge! You can see their eyes in the water! Look!
Huh? Oh! Those aren't monsters, Billy. Those are lights.
Lights?
Yes, those lights are attached to a special wooden platform underneath the bridge. They were fitted there to help the workmen see where they are stepping. They are going to start repairs on the bridge tonight.
Well, I'll be. I had no idea.
Neither did I. But why weren't the workmen here last night when the lights were on?
The lights were only fitted a few days ago, but we couldn't start repairs until tonight, because the line has to be closed for the night. The Fat Controller has just given us the all clear to start fixing the creaking. These lights will help the workmen stay on the wooden platform.
Oh! Silly me.
Never mind, Billy. At least we know there are no monsters underneath the bridge.
Could you both please get off the bridge? We need to start the repairs.
Oh, sorry, Harvey.
Good night, Harvey. The next morning, Billy and I told Hector the whole story. Hector couldn't help but laugh.
Lights under the bridge? Well, I never expected to hear that.
Neither did we, Hector, but even I felt foolish.
So did I. I'm sorry I exaggerated to you two yesterday.
Oh, it's all right, Billy.
No harm done. At least you know the truth now.
Yes, I do. You were both right. There really was nothing to worry about.
We did say, Billy, it was all just lights under the bridge.
Yes, you could say they were footlights.
Footlights? That's a good one.
Sometimes our imaginations can run away with us and make us look very foolish. But there is always an explanation in the end. Peter Sam thought he was seeing Proteus's magic lamp whilst on his way to the inclined railway one night, but he ended up seeing different things on his routes, including Howard the helicopter's bright lamp. Peter Sam did feel silly after each encounter. Billy thought he had seen a monster under the creaking bridge. I thought he might have been seeing things. But Billy and I soon learned the truth, and we saw it was just lights on a platform underneath the bridge. Sometimes things can look very different in the dark, but never let little things scare you like that. There is always a simple answer to anything strange you might see.
Come on, Thomas! It's time to go!
See you next time!